Hey guys, how's it going? English Twist, I take assist. Thanks very much for joining me today and for showing me your support. In this video, I'm actually going to be doing, I'd say it was a what's inside taste and teaser video, but clearly it isn't really one of those. You know what it is. You can see from the box in front of you what this actually is. So this is generally a review of a camera that I've purchased. It is otherwise known as the Canon HG10. Alright, and it's a HD camera, fully HD with an integrated hard drive. Now this is a serious piece of equipment. This isn't your average run-of-the-mill flip minnow stroke little throwaway disposable camera. You know what I'm saying? This is a real big boy's bit of equipment. We're sporting some real nice features on it. It's got the 1080 HD capability. It records in this AVCHD format, which is basically a format HDD into a compact size. Okay, it's HD film footage which gets condensed into smaller format. It has all sorts of different features. It has the real crisp, you know, the 1080p realism that you're used to seeing on the TV, and it also has these different types of modes. I mean, this thing really does a lot of stuff. You can see on the side here, it does actually show you a lot of the different features that it supports. Yeah, and I'll explain a number of these things to you. A lot of them you're probably fairly familiar with, the HDMI, the USB. Something that's a very unique thing about this is the Optical Stabilizer. You know, so if you're shaking it around, this camera will actually, you know, reduce that whole movement of your hand, you know, so you don't get those shaky video pictures. It also has this cinematic mode, which is 24p. It basically gives, you know, like on the TV shows, you know how, you know, there's a distinct difference between when you see a film that you make and a film that you see on the TV. Yeah, well, this camera does that type of footage. You know, you could literally produce movies and, you know, independent film with this camera. You know, we're talking some really nice equipment, and obviously with that comes a price. Now it supports PCs and Macs. Okay, it has 2.7 inch widescreen, 2.7 inch widescreen multi-angle screen with it. It has a 10 times HD video zoom, and along with the optical zoom as well. The resolution is 1920 by 1080. It has a camera exclusion of DIGIC DV2. It has a super range optical image stabilization. It has instant AF, superior shooting control. I mean, Canon is what you would expect. What you would expect it to be. Canon is associated with excellent photography, right? You know how you see Canon printers and Canon software. You know, you're talking some really good equipment. You know, Canon cameras is what you always see. So, you know, without further ado, let's jump in on this. As you can see, the price tag on this thing was $949. Okay, $949. I didn't actually pay that for it. I actually got this one as an open box, and it was actually slightly cheaper than that. I actually got 25% off for it being an open box, guys. So what, you know, whacked off a good $100 for me. So let's have a look in here. We've obviously got our software. We've got Coral Applications disc there, so it gives you some really good digital editing software. Digital video solutions, and a backup utility. Alright, that's what we have in here. We have a power cord, much like your power pack that you'd get with a laptop or something like that. We have our TV cables. What's this? Oh, this is the battery. Okay, let's shift this to the side so you can see all this as I'm breaking it out. What else have we got here? Oh no, we have the TV cables here I'm sorry, I'm not too savvy on the differences between these two, but they're obviously all output cables. What's this? It says battery cover, so this must go on the battery to help the life of the battery when you're not actually using it. We have our, this is a power cable, so that goes with that. And we obviously have the camera, and we've got some user manuals in this box as well. So we'll just throw all these to the side. You don't need to see the software for now. Alright, and here's the little gem itself. And look at that. I mean, that just looks professional, doesn't it? That is a really nice camera. And there's the, see how I was saying the AVCHD format. It's basically a smaller format of HD capture, you know, but the picture on this, guys, is crystal clear. I mean, I kid you not. I checked it out in the shop. You know, that's why I hope you guys really do respect my reviews on these products, because I take the time to really review the products in full before I actually buy a product. I mean, there's plenty of things out there, you know. I mean, it's like my Insignia camera. I spent time looking at the quality of that product, and it is what it is. For the price of the camera, I challenge you with showing me a better camera, you know, than that little Insignia for that price range. It knocks the socks off that Flip Minnow, because in my personal opinion, the Flip Minnow is actually just sort of a gimmick. I mean, it's a lovely camera, don't get me wrong, but it's very gimmicky. It's a high price, and when you actually look at the specs of it, I mean, in comparison, you look at the specs of the Flip Minnow, and you look at the and then you look at the resolution of the Insignia. You know, the Insignia resolution is like twice as good as that Flip Minnow camera. Plus, it has all sorts of other zoom capabilities that doesn't have. So, you know, this is another review for a different class of camera. That was for the lower ranging, more run-of-the-mill capture shoot off the run-of-the-mill cameras, okay? But this is a review of a more up-class, more serious product, and you can see that it's fairly weighty. It's not really heavy like a brick, but you know, it's got a bit of weight to it. You know, it's there. As you can see here, you've got all your basic functions. Let's turn it on. You just flip it here to turn it on. And a great thing about this, guys, is that you don't actually always have to shoot with the screen open. You can actually close this up, and look at that. You can actually look through the little port. See, check it out, guys. You're looking through my camera. Oh, see, I've got to flip this stupid thing. Okay, you can actually look through the camera and zoom in. Look, there we go. We're here. I don't know if you can see that. The light's a bit bright, actually. But yeah, and it's actually got a focus thing here. So if it's a little off focus, you just slide this little thing across there. You see that there? Slide that across. There we go. See? And then it zooms in. You can actually see it moving in there. But there you go, which is great. On here we've got the modes. You flip, it takes pictures, does take pictures. I think it has an 8 megapixel camera. This right here is your hard drive. It sports a 40 gigabyte hard drive. There we go, with Dolby surround sound. It has these quick start buttons, and basically what that button actually does is allows you to, if you're sitting there and you don't want to run out the battery, you just press the quick start button, takes it down. So you're waiting, and then it's like, oh, there's the picture, there it is, press quick start, and it kicks up. Look at that. See how quick that kicked up there, guys? Brilliant. See, now it's saved other than if you turned it off like that, and then you're like, oh, look, there's the camera, get the camera, get the camera. Waiting, the guy's gone, he's down the street, and oh, we've just missed him. You know, so there you go, guys. That's a great little mode that this actually has. Not that I was trying to imply like this starts up slow. I obviously exaggerated that a bit, but you know, you have it's fairly simple to use. It's a little more complex than your normal cameras. You know, we've got this wheel right here with the function pad. There's two different types of menus. You see, you press the this button and it brings up a quick menu down on the screen here, okay, and you also have this function button that brings out some different types of menus. And you know what, guys, I'm actually sitting at 9 minutes and 34 seconds, so I'm going to cut this right here, and you're going to go ahead and check me out in part 2, alright? Because I'm going to have to, you have to do a second part to this, alright? So bear with me, guys, alright?
I need a whole lot day. I need a whole lot day with my friends. I'm walking every day. I'm walking day.